Hi, welcome to Universal Interiors. My name is Leslie Engelstead and I'm here with you today in Detroit Lakes Park. I'm feeling mighty thankful for these summer days. There's so much going on in life. It's hard to say exactly what it is, but almost everyone everywhere talks about just how tired they are. In the summertime, you think it's a time to refresh and a time to pack in the fun, so you can get worn out by just doing those kind of good for you and fun memory deals. But the month of July gets so busy, especially in our resort area, that people are always talking tired. And I thought about this. I have a great job and I get to work as a waitress, and I listen to the stories, or just in family and friends, and they talk about, they don't use the word weary, but it makes me think of a place in the Word in Isaiah 40. And they talk about there about waiting on the Lord and being renewed. And you know, this world is just in such a fast pace that we sometimes don't know how to do that. Slow down, rest, pause, whatever you might want to call it. I know I don't. I certainly find myself twirling around sometimes, and it's super important to just learn how to wait. But I learned recently, I thought was really fun, that the word wait also means hope. And I thought that there's a Hebrew term, the word hope, that also means to wait upon. Q-U-W-A-H. No Hebrew speaker here, but Kewa, something along that nature. What it means to hope or to wait is to simply bind together, to be gathered together, to be joined or meet, or to expect, to be confident, to trust. All of those words, to think hope and wait, I didn't put those together, but when I read that Hebrew word meaning that, I thought that was incredible. Because you see, if we learned how to wait, how to pause, but not just doing that, just like, okay, waiting in line doesn't seem hopeful, right? But how about if you did the waiting in a sense of hope, where you had a confidence that every pause that you have in life, those that are in their 50s like myself, or those that are in their 80s, if we could just understand and we're confident that it's for a reason that we have to come to a pause, to come to a place of waiting, I think we'd be a lot healthier in life. There's such an expectation, I think, that goes in with the day-to-day living that we miss. We also just get caught. And hopefully you're familiar with the word of Isaiah 40. You just may have heard it if you're not a reader of the word yet, but it says in that book, what I love about it, it talks about the eagle flying and understanding that part. But I'm going to read a wee bit of it. This is from the Message Bible. So it goes something like this. Do you know anything? Have you been listening? See, God doesn't come and go. God just lasts. He just is. He's the creator of all that we see and imagine, and He doesn't ever get tired. He doesn't have to pause to catch His breath. He just knows everything inside and out. But He'll energize those who get tired, and He'll also give fresh strength to those who want to just drop out. Even young people, they get tired, they drop out. The young folk, even in their prime, will stumble and fall. But you see, those who wait on God will get a fresh new strength. They'll be able to spread their wings out and soar like the eagles. They'll run and they won't get tired. They walk and they won't fall behind. I know some of you that listen, and including myself, think, oh, you haven't seen me walking lately. I get pretty tired. I was just with my precious mom and her friends, and they're all in their right 80s, and they're speaking of their aches and pains and just slowing just to get moving, and those are real. They very much are. I'm not trying to make light of it, but I do know that we have to do something with our attitudes when we get to those places in life. We have to understand that the word hope, as I was sharing today, doesn't just mean a sense of waiting, like, okay, I'll wait until I get the energy for the day, But instead, it's going to be a waiting. Like you're going to be confident because you're joined. Another really cool word I learned is that if we can understand that we are bound, we're bound to something. We're bound to our mental health, to our physical health, but we could be bound, and we are bound in our spiritual health too. So that means by understanding the word hope or waiting, again, what I was sharing was that it means to be joined. And not just joined, but be kind of twisted on so that you rely on. Now that would be a pretty great challenge for us, myself included, to understand what that means. To have the hope of the Lord. If you choose not to do that, I'm sorry, but there is other ways to hope. You could just hope with some confidence that will be better. You see, it's hard to just plain trust when things just ache or when your heart is broken. But His promise is for all of us, and that is to truly understand what it means to wait in the Lord, to have a patience, to have an understanding that goes above and beyond our day-to-day. Those are things kind of hard to hold on to, I think. There are definitely challenges for the day. So again, as I was sharing, from those that wait on the Lord will be renewed. And I love that part I just quick said about being the mounting and the wings of eagles. Hopefully you live in the lake area around here, been able to see the eagles fly. I'm fortunate enough to see the eagles in my backyard or on the lakefront. And it's incredible, that wingspan that goes off. They perch up by my house, so I'm able to look, and just seeing them sit is so grand, breathtaking really. But I think about how God's Word always does that. I mean, He created the eagles, so He knows what they're going to represent to us. Here in America, this time of year especially, we think of our freedom. We think of that's our national bird. If you haven't taken the time, Google it on up or go research the eagle, because they're incredible, stately, majestic birds. And that's the promise that God gives us, is that we will be able to mount up with wings like eagles, and just think of that soaring that we can take. But we have to do some thinking up there. We have to do a little bit of changing of our way we look at life, and be able to understand, as the eagle does, he can soar. He can just wait on the wind, you see. He doesn't have to work so hard at it. Instead, he waits. He knows that he will have a flight with the help of the winds that God provides, and you'll see him just soaring through the clouds. And if you're like most, it catches you off guard because they're so grand and so beautiful. So my challenge today then is for you to wait, to learn what that means. Perhaps you haven't thought of the word wait and hope together, but I hope you do today after this, because we all need some hope. We all need to get past our everyday running. Instead, just learn to wait, to hope, what it means to just take a look around, pause, rest, get your heart full of thanks, because there's something good inside of you today. And always, always remember to share that with somebody, because they need it too. Thanks for joining us today on Universal Interiors. Again, I'm Les Engelstead. Please, we'd love to hear from you. If you ever want to send me a line or the station, we're grateful for this time that we share. Have a great day. Remember to keep hoping.